Hello.
Thank you guys so much for being patient because this is my first live stream and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Part of history.
Yeah, seriously, you are. So I thank you so much. Do you guys have more questions? Otherwise, we do have some prep questions that I didn't answer previously on like Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. Just let us know. But until then, we'll just answer some of these random questions that we had already gotten earlier. All right. What advice do you have for starting a personal training fitness business? Ooh, well, he is a gym owner, which is really cool. So yeah, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the people who do best are the ones who've already done their time. Like, you build a good client base, you really establish yourself, and have that confidence behind you, and have good connections, because there's so many gyms out there that just jumping into it without those prerequisites can be quite the headache. And there's so much more to it than just training your clients, so just do some homework before you open a door, and start small. It's better to start small with a very low overhead and grow into something than overextend yourself and be stressed out the whole time.
And personality. I'm going to jump in there and say, make sure you have a great personality and stuff. Be yourself, have your own style of training. And then once you start to expand and like have other people that you're hiring and stuff, make sure they have personalities. Because if they're a dud, no one's going to want to train with them, just saying. And then also make sure they are like mentally stable enough that you are to handle clients. Because it's not just the fitness aspect of it. It's taking on, oh my gosh, they're telling me their life story right now. They're telling me why they are the way they are, and where they're at in their fitness journey, and maybe why they've put on so much weight. And usually it's a lot to handle. Like, it's a lot of mental stuff, and you get sad and you have to be able to handle that and put on a face and like not be affected by that and still be able to train them and to help them not only towards your fitness goals, but also help them with their mentality, because that's going to transfer over to their fitness. Mm-hmm. It's like that is huge, definitely. So make sure your mentor is stable. Yay! Hello, everyone. This is exciting. This is very exciting. Oh, Sam. Hi, Sam. I know you.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite for increasing flexibility, yoga or something else? So I wish I was super into yoga. She
was for a little bit. And then she got sick.
Yeah, I went to hot yoga. I was like, they had this 28-day challenge, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get 20 days out of 28. And I got sick, and then I just got angry with it because I'm like, I literally went like 18 of those days, but then the sickness got to me. And I was like, I don't feel like doing yoga anymore. But yeah, my favorite type is probably like the movement flow mobility kind of stuff. So it's like almost like a hybrid between like MoveNet and then yoga and almost like break dancing and stuff. But you'll get a taste of that in one of the videos that I posted. It's a 30-minute mobility one. It was like 2 weeks ago. So if you want to see that it's a strengthener while also movement flow, and it keeps things interesting. It's not just like, I'm doing downward dog. Okay. It was so much. The thing about yoga is I like it. I like that there's like a dharma and there's a lesson and all that jazz. But I don't like that there's so much push. There's so much push movement and not as much pull. And I feel like there needs to be more pull and stuff. So yeah, he's a yogi, so.
Yeah, no, I think the fundamental flaw in yoga is that there isn't enough back work. But you get with the right instructor, and you really understand how to move through the yoga. I don't think there's any style out there that will help you build mobility faster and more effectively. It's just so watered down today that a lot of instructors, they don't know how to cue alignment, so they're just putting shapes out there. And if you're not actually focusing on those details, it ends up being a problem. So
yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. He went to Bali and he like took this whole yoga extreme thing.
Man. It was a full immersion. Changed my life. Because prior to that, I was
jerk. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Well, she didn't know me back then.
No.
But I was definitely I was very two-dimensional with my training. I was very...
He was 2D and he became 3D, like Doritos.
Yeah, so now
and you know what happened to those. I'm sorry.
I see how this is gonna go now.
Yeah.
Hey, answer this question while I mess with you the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I do in real life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next question. Let's see here. Oh, Gio, you do a lot. He's saying how he like all of his training and stuff. 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and 50 steps. That's almost now. You need to run a mile? That one-man punch. You need to continue it. Run a mile. Timmy, no one wants to train with me, but then I remembered I have zero personality. Now it all makes sense. Yep. A plus. All right. Next up, how do you stay so positive? Do you meditate? I've tried to meditate.
Doesn't work very well for me.
No, especially in the morning. My stomach is super bubbly and stuff, and I'm like thinking about how my stomach's bubbly, and then I think about other things. Like he'll catch me, and I'll just be like daydreaming. So I'm very like I'm not ADD, but I am. That's fine. That's fine.
You're very noisy in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like glitter fireworks all the time. But yeah, how do I stay so positive? So if you ever were to meet my mother, you would know why I'm so positive. It is because of her.
Yeah.
She is
her mom's a saint.
She's the saint. She is Snow White.
Something straight out of fairy tales.
Yeah, she really is. She's like, oh.
And she had a wonderful upbringing.
I had a wonderful upbringing. But yeah, there's just so much to be positive about. But when I do get in my like lulls in my head, it's very hard to take me out. You would know that.
Yeah.
But journaling helps a lot too.
That's why I work out, so I can pull her out.
Yeah, pull me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay, let's see here. Anuja. I'm so sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong. Thanks, and thank you, Justin. Is there a specific progression that worked for you when mastering pull-ups? God, I honestly sometimes I feel like it just kind of happened because like I keep saying like, oh, do negative pull-ups, do TRX pull-ups and all that stuff, but I feel like one day I was just kind of able to.
It really is. The hardest thing is getting to one.
Yeah.
And that quest is just using bands and just regularity.
Yep.
And like setting goals and adding to it every week at least.
Be super consistent. Like it's like an every single day kind of thing. Do those negative pull-ups and stuff. Also, if you have available, do the lat pull-down machine, but do different variations and burn it out. So start with wide grip, and then a narrow grip, and then go to chin-ups too. And chin-ups is another good one, even though it doesn't work the lats as much and it brings in a lot of biceps into it. Still really good for strengthening the back at the same time, working on block-offs and all that jazz. So it strengthens everything. And you don't want to, single arm rows are good, but you want to make sure you can hold your own body weight.
Yeah.
So it's not just about working with the machines and stuff. It's if you want to be good at calisthenics, you got to do calisthenics. There is some carryover, but
not as much as you'd think.
Yeah, not as much. Like I would do the huge deadlifts and all this other stuff, and then when I try to do some calisthenic stuff, it's like nope, totally different. So.
Yeah, and if you're starting from a really, really regressed point in regards to pull-ups, just hanging on the bar is huge. And even if you're able to pump out a bunch of pull-ups, dead hangs are, I think, one of the most important pieces of any workout when it comes to pull work. Just being able to hold yourself on the bar. And when you first start, we'll both tell you, your hands just hurt.
They hurt. Mine still hurt.
Yeah, they still hurt. It just takes a lot more.
Yeah. You'll see it. You saw it in the vlog that I posted. I did like a close-up, and you can see all the calluses and stuff. And people are like, hey, how do my hands stop hurting? It's like, they kind of don't. You get used to it after a while, and it's almost like your hand pain tolerance becomes greater. But
you can definitely, you can get gloves and stuff, but honestly, it's one of those things you just earn.
Yeah.
And you, like a lot of stuff in fitness and in life, you just you get tougher. So
yeah.
You just get used to that level of discomfort. It's not as bothersome.
Yeah. So just get used to the pain and push through it and be consistent. Hey, thank you for the question. Eva asks, hi, Kat. Great to see you live. Yay. Just finished my daily workout and stretching right now. I need to improve my pull-ups. What do you recommend? So, yeah, same thing. Be consistent. Scapular retractions is something I do to warm up. And that was at the beginning of my vlog. It's pretty much arms straight as you can, hanging from the bar at a dead hang. And then you retract those shoulder blades and you pull down. So pull down as you raise yourself up. It's so hard to do it seated. But I will warm up with like 12 reps, 3 sets. And yeah, so that's really important to do. So consistency, negative pull-ups.
Everything we just said.
Yeah. And make sure you have your diet matches your goals too. Because you want to make sure you get enough protein and stuff. It's not, yeah.
It is that too. When it comes to calisthenic work, I'll attest to this. It is very challenging when you weigh a little bit. You know, it helps when you are a lighter person. It doesn't mean that you need to be, because there's clearly people out there that are quite heavy who can do this stuff. But that almost is a better reason for trying to cut weight than other reasons I think I've heard, is just trying to master your body weight. You take 5-10 pounds off and pull-ups become, I put like, in the time when we started training for Ninja Warrior, I decided to go into a bulk and I put like 15-20 pounds on and I felt like a sack of meat.
He was a sack of meat.
I watched her just progress and do all these crazy things, and my grip and everything got so much more challenging. So
it's because I had these goals. So make sure you set goals for yourself. That's a huge thing. I always say this in my posts. Performance goals over weight goals. Even though, yes, you know, as you get smaller and stuff, it might be easier to carry yourself up. But also think about getting stronger. And yeah, stronger upper body strength is super important. So, All right. Next up. Pam Musni equals godsend. Yes. Esther says, hi, Kat. Hi, Justin. How can I create a schedule that combines strength, flexibility, and cardio for a woman of plus 40? Thank you. So for anyone's age, really, and it also depends on your schedule, how much free time you have and stuff in order to dedicate to your goals. So strength, flexibility, and cardio, you can combine it. This is going to depend on your goals. So are you working on strength more or cardio more? If you're working on cardio more, then you'll want to do that at the beginning of your workout, because that's when you have the most energy. If you want to work on strength more, it's going to be the opposite. Flexibility, do that. I do it in my workout and at the end of my workout. And it's not just like static stretches. It's like the flow movement that I was talking about.
That's the thing. When it comes to building flexibility, it's such a few people, I feel like they actually do it right. The static stretching it's not the greatest way to really unlock true mobility and flexibility. You'll create some temporary length, but it's not going to stick around. You know, just coming up with funky movements and movement patterns that use those range of motions are the key, in my opinion, to really developing true flexibility. And that's why yoga is so useful at yep, I keep forgetting.
He's looking at the camera.
That's why.
So it just looks like you're shy.
That's why practices like yoga are so useful, because they take you through these very unorthodox movement patterns that use those ranges of motion and unlock that flexibility. So I think just incorporating those movement type flows that you'll see in some of her workouts, and then even yoga sequences in your workout as like a superset are great ways to build that up.
Yeah, I'll do like downward dog kind of movements in between like any kind of set, whether it be leg, like deadlift stuff, or whether it be bar work or anything like that. I'll always, instead of doing like looking at my phone all the time during rest, I'll do the stretches instead, because it's like you're making the most out of your time. You're not just like, everyone on Facebook sucks. Like, that's the kind of stuff. Yeah. Just keep it up with the flexibility, and then take advantage of the time that your body is warm after your workout and add that flexibility in. So it can all be condensed into one. Yeah. Hey, Janet, Penny's on. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Sharon, hey. Why don't you wear gloves? So I don't like wearing gloves because I want to build this strength. I want to build these grips. I want to build these calluses. I love it, and it helps me to do things that I want to do at any time. So it's just like I can always bust out a pull-up on a bar at any time. It's not like I gotta put my gloves on. Yeah, I don't care if my hands look dainty. I don't really want them to. I want them to look like bad. I'm trying to make it more PG. Bad.
Yeah, I can't speak for all men, but I really maybe I'm a weirdo, but
I can.
I don't think it.
I think it's great.
I don't think this perception that women's hands need to be so soft and
yeah, he loves it.
Yeah,
it's just so wonderful.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yes.
She's almost catching up to me.
Yeah, I look so cool. All right, next up, let's see. Tyler, do you guys buy sleeveless tops, or do they just rip off naturally? His just rip off naturally.
They disintegrate.
Yeah.
I just go.
And they're like, it's kind of like Endgame. So Thanos is just like, just the sleeves. That's it. All right, Sam, yes, get used to the pain. So yeah, for Sharon, do you never recommend wearing gloves? I personally don't, but again, if you want to have like prettier hands, that's really the only benefit of wearing gloves. Besides, that's it.
I think it's good to start off, at the very least, start off without gloves. And if your hands get to the point where they're limiting you, then, I mean, that's not,
suck it up.
It's not necessarily a bad thing to throw something on just so you can actually play around a little bit more. Yeah. It's the same with, again, those wrist straps for lifting really heavy weight. I used to be very overly reliant on those. But now, if I do some heavy lifting, and then my grip starts to become the failing factor, I'll throw those on just to allow me to keep repping it out. But you don't want to start with them.
Don't use them. All right, so there we go. Okay, what do you recommend for people who have heavy feeling legs, even doing simple things like high knees? My legs feel like that. Okay, so I am bottom heavy as well. And that is just my body type. I do feel heavy sometimes, even when I'm doing pull-ups. Personally, I think it's just pushing through even on the feeling. Like there are days where I feel like a dinosaur. I always tell them, I'm like, I feel like a dinosaur today.
If
but
you
I
were a
push
dinosaur,
through.
you'd be a beauty sword.
Get out. Get out. He leaves. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's really honestly just getting used to it. And a lot of it's a mental game. A lot of it's a mentality of you think your legs are big, they're going to feel heavy. That's what it's going to be like. As long as it's not hurting your joints or anything. To the point, like, if you feel heavier and you're doing plyometrics and that's hurting your joints, that's not a good thing. You'll want to modify for a little bit until maybe you drop some weight down with your diet and stuff. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Angie, do you have some motivational words for a pregnant lady who hasn't worked out for like a month because she was prego sick, then actually sick? Oh no! So this is Angie from Muskego. Yeah.
Hello, Angie.
I'm sorry, Angie. Okay, so Angie, you could do this. My business is only temporary. Everyone's going through a weird change right now, and you are doubly that right now, carrying a little one. Oh, shoot. It says, error. Your YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Buffering. Oh, that's okay. Buffer.
I think we're still here.
Okay. I hope we're still here. But yeah, just remember that this is temporary and stuff. Do what you can to move around. Even if you just take a walk, do what you can. It doesn't always have to be so intense. It doesn't have to be. Just do what you can right now and keep reminding yourself this is not a forever thing. You're literally carrying another being in you right now is just like incredible and insane. And I think it's heroic as F because I can't picture myself with like a baby. But yeah, hang in there and
yeah. Just start with where you're at. It's so easy to get in your head and compare yourself to where you were or where you think you should be, but just keep that perspective that it is temporary and there's times in our life where we can really go hard and push, and then there's different chapters where we just got to accept where we're at and work with what we're working with. And working with some of the clients I've worked with over my career, that's given me a lot of that perspective. And it's not like, you can be in one of those chapters and feel great. Like sometimes those chapters are a little heavy and not all that much fun, but you don't have to suffer through them. You can be at peace and still, yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of it's like mental right now though, because you feel like you knew where you were before in your journey and you've come so far. I know you have and stuff. Not comparing yourself to your past pregnancy or other people's pregnancies. Every pregnancy is going to be different. You might need a little bit more rest in this one. So just do what you can. Don't beat yourself up and concentrate on eating well and taking care of you and baby.
And do the little things and try something you haven't done before, so it's a clean slate, That's
No, not when you're pregnant. You don't want to try new stuff.
Oh, I thought she had a baby already.
Oh no, she's pregnant right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't try new stuff.
Yeah, take that back. I misunderstood
If you're pregnant and stuff, you want to make sure that you're not adding different and new activity that you hadn't.
Gotcha.
But in the past, no, she's pregnant.
All right.
No, don't do CrossFit.
Yeah.
No.
Not yet. But yeah, do the little things for now. Just go for walks. Enjoy the softer side of fitness for the time being. There'll be a time to really turn that intensity back up.
Yeah.
And again, after you're done being pregnant and you have that wonderful new child.
When you're done being pregnant? Are you done being pregnant?
Don't be afraid to try some new movement styles. Put yourself in different types of training and see how they make you feel.
Yes. Yeah. We hope that answers it. Okay, Sam, thank you so much for joining us. You're probably already gone, but thank you. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's hard right now in this like current situation with like motivation and all that jazz. But I think it's really important to make a schedule for yourself and stick to that schedule, and then make like a list. So what I've been doing now is making like a list of things that I want to accomplish during this time because we are completely shut down and all that jazz. So it's going to be just like a lot of like making live workouts for you guys and playing Animal Crossing. I know that's like, it doesn't always have to be such like a productive thing, but you want to keep your mind occupied because we're so used to going to all these different places and all that jazz. Making a list of the movies that you've been wanting to watch, the books you've been wanting to read, even like calisthenics goals and stuff. You can always do like push-up goals and holding a plank and doing like pull-ups and stuff on a tree branch if the tree branch is good and stuff like that. So
yeah, it definitely doesn't all have to be productive, but there's also something to be said about trying to accomplish something in this time that makes you proud, because like I've had this life coaching cert that I was chiseling away at it early on, and then I kind of drifted away, so that's a big part of this. And learning something new, progressing in some way, shape, or form during this will be the saving grace and make you feel good.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get stagnant and like just, yeah.
This is the time to try something new, but we're just like so lucky that we have the internet right now, because there's there's sites like Skillshare. I know I'm not even sponsored by them, but like you can literally learn anything that you want to right now. There's all these YouTube videos you guys are just watching right now. There's so much out there to learn and to do. Yeah. And people have always wanted this time to like be able to hang out at home and Netflix and chill, but so take advantage of this time to grow in like a totally different way you never thought you could, and to learn what you wanted to and all that jazz. Like we're still lucky where we can still Skype and all that. So yeah. Let's see here. Any current faves, food, TV, music, to athletic accessories? Food! Okay, so there's this place called Nona, and they have this acai bowl, and I asked for extra granola, and I'm pretty darn sure that that's the reason I haven't been losing weight or leaning out.
Absolutely.
But it's so good, you guys. I can't. Okay, TV. Parks and Rec. I love Parks and Rec. He still needs to see it. Yeah, I'm pretty guarded with taking on new series because I have a very addictive personality. Until I showed him Game of Thrones until season 8.
And there went a large chunk of my life.
Literally like 10 years of my life.
Well, I got a late start, so I didn't use up 10 years, but there was a couple months of that was all we did at night, so
I can't.
Not productive at all.
I still not over it.
Fairly entertaining.
I still go on the Reddit free folk. to see all the memes about how bad that season was. That was the cherry topper for my 2019. But yeah. The Witcher was pretty good. It took a little while to get into, but it was pretty good.
At first it was cringe.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, well, it was. And then athletic accessories and clothing, Lululemon. I gotta say, even though I'm not a yogi girl, I'm not Brookfield Betty, but I'm in Brookfield. That's I love Lululemon. And what else? Oh, Bombshell. I just got in a Bombshell. It looks like I'm wearing tights. Those ones. Y'all think are really cool. I think they're really cool.
They're really cool. Yeah, I like me some Lulu.
Lulu! They're really good quality. I know they're expensive and stuff, but
that was the thing. I never could justify buying these, and then I got a couple as gifts, and I realized after I got those were all I'd wear. I'd wear them for days on end, so I just got more.
Angela! Thank you. She super chatted us. Yeah, there is an option where you can super chat and you can like give some love, aka you can give some money and stuff. I am always so awkward with that, like asking and like in the comments. Thank you so much, Angela. I'm done talking. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, Justin, are you also vegan?
I make jokes about this all the time.
He's not.
I say I'm more vegan than she is because my change in my diet has saved way more animals than she ever will. Because I used to eat like 6-7 pounds of chicken a week, multiple steaks a week. So now I'm vegan in the morning, usually.
Vegan in the evening, vegan at supper time.
But vegan at lunchtime,
No.
that's when I get my meat in at that time, yeah.
That is what she said.
That is what she said.
But yeah, I have to say that he has changed his diet a lot, so I can't complain. But I do give him some.
We've had this. Yes, if I'm making, like I was making a sandwich last night and I put the meat on the counter, so she just decides to throw all my meat off the counter.
But that's also what she said.
Yeah.
But it was in a plastic bag, so it's not like I wasted or anything, but it was a statement.
Mm-hmm. It's always a statement. Again, we've gotten in this debate. I'm very happy for her and very proud of her. I take the middle ground. I think the middle ground is the way.
I take the high ground. Throw in the ring and soar. Okay, so what kind of fruit trees did you get on your island in the new Animal Crossing? I got, oh my god, what did I get? Cherries. I got cherries. I like how you know. What did you get? Oranges?
I had peaches.
Just kidding. He got peaches because he's got that big old booty.
It's like they knew.
Yes. Would Justin be willing to be a guest again in your workout videos? I got my husband to work out with me because I literally said, hey, want to do a workout with Thor? Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll definitely be coming back.
Yes.
I ended up falling and jamming up my shoulder, which was the first time that has happened in many, many years. And so then I was just trying to be smart with it. And now I just got out of the routine. So absolutely. So I'll be back.
Especially since we're stuck here. So you should do the new workouts with me. I already wrote them.
Okay. Well, let me review them.
E-mom.
See, early on when we started hanging out, I agreed to work out with her, and she hazed me with her workout.
No, I gave a regular workout.
She was the cardio queen, and
it was a strength workout. It was. We did leg day.
There were jump lunges for like high rep jump lunges.
Those were your legs.
They were devastating. I got nauseous and barfed is all I'm saying. And then there was some time in between that and I did it again and she made me throw up again. So that's really the thing. She traumatized me in these early stages, so I usually let her do her thing. But I'll be back soon.
Will he?
Probably in this week is my guess.
Don't lie. No, baby. No. Parks and Rec is the best. Yes, it is. Let's see here. Can you do an 80s style workout video and can I be the one in the background that is modified workout person? Oh my god, I really love this. It's Angie. Mm-hmm. As long as we wear leg warmers and then we have like neon and then we wear sweatbands right here.
I got all of these.
And we're like 1 and 2 and 3 and okay. I haven't done a themed workout forever. I did do that like, gosh, I feel so cringeworthy towards all of my old workouts.
You should all, if you haven't done this, you should go back to the early stages of Cat and do one of those workouts.
Don't go to Baby Cat.
Sometimes I like to go and just watch these because it makes me laugh.
It makes me like want to crawl in a hole.
My favorite thing is to put it on and then have her walk in and hear herself on my phone.
And then there's Jell-O, and I bury myself in Jell-O, and then I freeze it in the freezer to never be eaten. No, but seriously, don't do that. I have like Pokemon theme workouts and like a TLC like no scrubs workout. I literally watched the music video, and then I like mimic some movements that would work out for exercise, and it was actually very clever. I gotta say. So I'm not saying it wasn't like the worst idea ever, but what are you doing? You're taking up all the area. Like, get out of here, my pretzel. All right, so anyway. All right, let's see here. Penny, be careful. Rick is here.
What's up, Rick?
Hey, Kat and Justin. For a vegan approach, I was wondering what you look for in a non-meat proteins. I've seen some with the first or second ingredients as wheat for flour. Do you stay away from that? So I try not to eat as many of the processed meats. Like when I'm here, I will, because he likes some. But when I'm at my house, I literally only eat like tofu. Yep. No, is that right?
Yep.
Tofu, mainly tofu, tempeh, and then all my like veggies and stuff. So don't forget, like broccoli and spinach also have a good amount of protein in them per amount. And then I have my protein powder and stuff, edamame. What else do I eat? Oh, beans, all that jazz. So I try to stick to as much whole foods protein sources as possible, quinoa, stuff like that. But as for the more like processed meats, bunny ears, I don't look at it as much. Yeah. That I really feel like you should use those mainly as like the transition to going vegan, and you shouldn't depend on them. That is my approach to that.
I don't have much to say about it.
He likes them though. It makes him.
Yeah, I feel like I've had this phobia of just not getting enough protein in as I shifted my diet. Again, my diet primarily since I was a teenager has been this constant quest for as much protein as I can get into it. And what I realized I was a little excessive in my early years, but there's still remnants of that as I eat now. I just don't want to lack in the protein because I feel like whether it's true or not, I feel like I start shrinking up and my muscles shrivel up. So
I don't. I've gotten stronger since I became vegan.
I
really have become like way more stronger. I have way more muscle definition. I feel better. I recover faster in my workouts. I sleep good. As long as I sleep here.
The early stages of you going vegan, though.
Yes,
you lost an enormous amount of muscle mass and your body fat went up.
I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. I was just like, okay, this food is vegan. I'll eat it. I literally ate like mainly potatoes and stuff.
Yeah, and but you didn't get much protein in.
No, I didn't think about the composition of my meals and stuff. But with a little bit more research and figuring out like literally eating what I ate before but substituting veganness. So instead of having like chicken, vegetables, rice, I'll have tofu, vegetables, rice. So there's literally only one different thing. It's not as hard as people think it is. That's what it is. Yeah, you just have to do some research and simplify things. It doesn't have to be all like, oh, I need a 10 ingredient recipe. Sometimes my ingredients are only like 3 things.
Convenience is key.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sharon, yes, we're up for a party when this is over. Heck yeah. Andrew, I'm glad we pronounced your name right. Eva, thank you. Let's see. Al St. Clair. Justin, are you noticing any effect on your strength or workouts being more plant-based?
It was timed with a chapter in my life where I was drifting away from the strength training stuff as well. So hard to say. I will say as I go back and revisit certain movements, like dumbbell presses were my thing for most of my youth. And I was very proud to be able to get up to like 100-pound dumbbells for reps. And then I got away from that. And as now that when I revisit it, I can still move them. So I don't know. It's hard to say because my training styles changed with that change in diet. But my deadlifts, for example, when I play with those, my deadlifts are stronger than they've ever been as well. So
interesting. That's so strange. Your deadlifts are Stronger than ever, and you're more plant-based than ever.
Now, I will say this.
Interesting.
I also went back to the drawing board with my body and really started addressing some of these imbalances that I've had throughout my youth in my hips and teaching my core how to actually work right. And I think really understanding that has transferred over to big jumps in my strength and my body not having these stupid overuse injuries that I dealt with in my early years.
And his vegetable deficiencies as well.
That plays into it.
Huge.
But I think it's very multifactorial.
Huge.
So, yes.
Multi. All right, next up. Daniela!
Hi, Daddy!
Danny! What's your guys' favorite vegan date night meal? Well, I really like what I just made. It's literally just like the rice with the tofu teriyaki and vegetables. It's so good. It's so good. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
She's a very simple being.
Yeah.
She's okay with eating the same thing every day.
Which is really hard because I know he doesn't like it. And I'm like, do you want another burrito today? Do you want a burrito? Do you want a burrito? Do you want a burrito tonight? Do you want a burrito? Because like in my mind, I'm like, I want one. That's all I want to eat. I don't care. But
you know,
he
I'm
likes
slowly
frying.
getting edged out of this camera, just so you know.
Yeah. Welcome to my stream, guys. Sorry. All right. Let's go to one of these questions then. We figure that it will be like 19 more, 20 more minutes or something. We're aiming for like an hour. If you guys want to stick around, if you have any more questions, let us know. Other than that, we are gonna go to some of these questions. How to overcome gym anxiety. So I got this on Instagram. For me personally, I got gym anxiety going to Legendary Fitness, which is the ninja gym that I go to now, because it was totally out of my element, stuff I didn't know. It was open gym, and I'm just like, I have no idea what to work on, how to work on it, or anything like that. And then something that helped me was like having a certain goal, like a performance goal, and then working towards it. So like one of them was like the salmon ladder. One was like going up the warped wall and stuff. So I would focus on those, and that way when you have that focus, and that's what you concentrate on. Another thing that I do, because I still had gym anxiety after that, is I asked one of the trainers to be my personal trainer. So I train, today was our last session for a little bit. I'm really sad about that because he's taught me so much. But once a week, he would teach me some stuff, and it's helped me so much. And now I feel more comfortable at that gym, so that helps. I know if it's like a regular gym, that's going to be a different story. So if you go there and you're like, what are all these machines and stuff? Don't be afraid to ask a trainer. Make sure it's not just like a regular person, because they might not be doing it correctly, but make sure it's like a trainer. Don't be afraid to hire a personal trainer just for like 1 or 2 sessions to show you around and to show you some exercises that you can implement in your own workouts. Don't be afraid to YouTube how to use a certain machine, and like go up to the machine and like it usually says what it's called and see how you can use it correctly, and they break down the form really good. So having like performance goals and
have a plan.
Yeah.
I went to Lifetime the other day, and that was the first time in a very, very, very long time that I had gym anxiety, because I just completely different environment. I ended up going at like 4 a.m, which isn't my normal time by any means. So the only people that were in there were like hardcore fitness people. So it was interesting feeling those feelings, but I also didn't have a plan, you know, and the power of just going in there with this is what I'm going to do while I'm there will help that big time.
Yeah.
So I think have a plan, and if you haven't worked out too much, a big part of anxiety is just not feeling like you know what to do or you know what you're doing, and then feeling judged. So working with a professional to build that confidence up so that you feel more confident with what you're doing and knowing what you're going in there to do, I think will kill most of that.
Yeah. So. Squash it like a bug. Oh, my body. So yeah, feel free to ask more questions, because you guys don't seem to have any more, but I still have more from Instagram that I never had answered before in my old Q&As and all that jazz. Let's see. We answered that already. What's the coolest place you've ever visited?
Bali.
It was Bali. Mine was either Japan or the Wizarding World. It's a tie. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is amazing, and I love it so much, and I want to go back. Japan was also amazing. I studied abroad there for 6 months and had the best time. It was so legit. Yeah, just like the people are amazing. It's so clean, and I'm like daydreaming. There was the Pokemon Center. I mean, what more can you ask for? And all this shopping. This is like my like dream of all the Harajuku, freaking punk rock kind of stuff. I loved it so much. Are you watching Tiger King? This is really funny. So Timmy, it's on Netflix. It's a new series, and it follows like, I guess I don't want to use it strange, but I guess I don't know much about it yet. But strange people stuff? No, that sounds bad. Their hobbies are strange or something. I'm kind of confused, but
we don't.
No, not yet. But Timmy recommended it, so now we're gonna have to. My 6-year-old wants to know how you make videos. How do I make videos? I set up the camera, hit record, and then I do my workouts all crazy, sparkly, and all that jazz. And then I turn it off, and I upload it, and I edit it, and I upload it to YouTube, and it's magically right there for you. Let's see. Can you speak Japanese? No.
You can. Yes, you can.
Only a little bit, because I'm not that great at it. It was in Japan that I realized that I should be a personal trainer. I'm like, I'm definitely not supposed to be a translator. I need to be a fitness instructor. And then, yeah, so I still know a little bit. I'm like starting to relearn Spanish because I learned some in grade school. You know how you go there and you're like, oh, I don't like learning Spanish. And now I'm like, why did I not pay more attention and take it more seriously? And now when I study Spanish, sometimes Japanese words come into my head instead. So it's a very mixture. It's like a Japanese. I think that's a good way to put it. Yay, I'm so happy to answer her question. Okay, let's see here. Beastars is a very interesting new anime on Netflix if you're looking for something to watch. Oh, I've never heard of it. But now we're gonna have to. I mean, we don't have any shows that we're watching right now. I've been very into Animal Crossing. He's actually been playing Animal Crossing too, and then some other new games.
Outer World.
Outer World. He just beat it already. So.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
I definitely am at this point much more. I got away from video games for a long time because I felt like they weren't productive enough, and they just made me. Again, I have a very addictive personality, so I put them down for quite a while, and then. When me and her started dating, I started picking them back up, and I realized I still love them.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, you play video games? Because that was one of the first things that we would do when we hung out and stuff. Is we would after work we would play video games till like 2 a.m. or something sometimes. Yeah, so it was really fun.
Play some Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and I would beat them. It was so fun.
You didn't beat me in Super Smash.
I beat you a lot, and then I beat you in Mario Kart.
Let's get this clear.
Next question.
She would beat me in Mario Kart quite a bit.
Yeah, but in the beginning.
My butt in Mario Kart.
You got better at Super Smash, but then
Super Smash Brothers, she can't touch me.
All right.
Just so we're clear.
Let's see. I've been studying Japanese for the past 2 years. I'm at the intermediate level, and my girlfriend lives in Osaka. Oh, that's awesome! I hope you get to visit your girlfriend because it's legit. It's so amazing. I wasn't in Osaka. I was in Tokyo, and I want to go back. You should go. You should definitely go. It's funny when you learn this stuff. If you're studying at a university, it's very formal, and then when you go to Japan, they're like, "You talk very formal." And I'm like, "That's because that's all they taught me." So keep it up with talking with like your girlfriend and stuff. Lisa, really shallow question, and whatever. I don't. Any question's good. But what kind of eye makeup do you wear? It never seems to smear no matter what you're doing. Whoever it is should sponsor you. Oh, I would love to. I actually have a vlog of him doing my makeup. So I do one side, and then he doesn't watch me do it, and then he does the other side.
I did better.
So anyway, I do give the products if you forget, but it is Stila, Stila, and it's liquid eyeliner. Make sure it's not the micro tip; it's the regular tip. Yeah, and it's awesome. It stays on, except when I cry. I'm just kidding.
Philip, I am literally here after playing Destiny 2 today for 6 hours, feeling bad about myself. Let me tell you something. I had this conversation with one of my clients who he's been working out for quite a while. And it's something I found, it's a trick I found a long time ago. I can't overcome it. If I turn on video games early on in the morning, I'm useless. You end up putting a lot of stuff off. It's hard to be motivated after playing games for a long time. So get your stuff done before you turn it on. Like, get a workout in first. I'll work out in the morning usually, and then set a goal list early on in the morning. Write some stuff you want to get done, and for me, get a workout in is a big piece of that. And then after I'm done with that, I don't have any guilt turning on some games and playing that. But if you start off by playing some games, by that time the end of the day comes and you got nothing done, you feel horrible about it. At least I feel horrible about myself if that happens. So get the stuff done early on and then reward yourself with what you enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. You guys seem so different. He's more relaxed, his cat's more outgoing. You must complete each other. Can you talk about how that works for the both of you? Well, he's always like, at night, he's always like, are you tired? And I'm like, no!
Girl.
I get energy.
Midnight. Kid, are you tired yet? No! I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, it works out because like I need to learn how to chill out more, and he's helped me a lot with like that.
Yeah.
He helps to. Oh, you know what? When we first started dating and stuff, I couldn't talk. Like there would be times where like something was wrong, and I would just like literally like I was gonna vomit, but I couldn't actually say what I wanted to. But he's helped to bring that out to be able to talk about. Voice. Yeah, exactly. That's what he calls it, my big girl voice, and helps me with that and to slow down, I guess.
No, I definitely going to Bali and going through that yoga retreat was the catalyst that started me down a path of more just I'm pretty peaceful. I'm pretty good at accepting situations, and I think that keeps me calm and composed, and I can sit back and just kind of look at stuff. So I don't feel like I need to say stuff sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I just catch them staring at me. No, just
you're so beautiful.
Get out.
And you're so strong.
I know, I'm really strong. It's scary.
Sometimes when she's working out and we're in the gym together, I stop my workout and I just look at her and think, that's the coolest girl I've ever seen. Yeah.
But yeah, I bring some spice in his life. So one you did tell me that like kind of helped you bring you out of your shell to not be so concerned about what other people think.
Yeah, that was definitely she's exactly who you see.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I think that's the biggest thing is early on when we started hanging out, I realized she just really didn't care what people thought about her ever. So, especially out in public, which was very freeing because throughout my early 20s and especially late teens, even though I was getting in good shape and being, acknowledged for being in good shape, I was still very, very insecure. And that insecurity stuck with me. And when I'd get into a big social situation, there was still in that back of my mind, like feeling like people are looking at me and judging me. So we went to a couple weddings and one of my biggest phobias from when I was younger was dancing, because when I was in high school, I went to an MPS school and all my friends were black and could dance incredible. And then I was this token white guy who just didn't have any coordination or movement at that point in my life. And so when I'd get out on a dance floor, I caught a lot of, they definitely let me know that I couldn't dance. So that stuck with me for a big chunk of my life. And anytime I'd get into a situation where I'd have like a dancing situation, I'd get very uptight and awkward and tense and uncomfortable. So when we'd go to these weddings and she was just so free spirited, and I finally just cracked through and just realized I'm just gonna have fun. That was a big piece of it. And
Just do it.
just do it. Just
Yeah,
Nike
just
that
have
stuff.
fun. Who cares?
And then I realized all that stuff is just dumb. Just life's too short. Just enjoy yourself. Don't worry what people think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this girl.
This girl. Let's see. Angela said she's having a gaming comeback. Oh, yeah. She bought the boys PS4 for Christmas so you could play Final Fantasy. Oh, the Final Fantasy remake. Yes. Yes, we want to play that.
I personally think the greatest thing that has ever happened to video games is virtual reality. So
Yeah.
if you haven't tried virtual reality yet on PlayStation 4, that's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I like Beat Sabers.
Beat Saber,
Beat Saber's amazing.
Skyrim, super hot.
Super hot.
Super.
Kimberly, any advice on weight loss while lifting? Having trouble dropping pounds to show progress I've been making. So, lifting does not make you bulky. Just so you know, want to get that out of the way. If you are in a caloric deficit, you're going to be losing some weight. But if you are lifting while in like a huge surplus calorically, then you're going to gain weight and stuff. I wouldn't use the scale as a measurement of your progress or anything like that alone, not solely or anything. Make sure you're thinking about your strength, your energy levels. You can take measurements too. That'll be really good. See how your clothes fit, because it's not going to measure that, because muscle and fat weigh the same, but muscle is more condensed, so you're going to look smaller. And yeah. You have anything to add to that?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So yeah, just make sure your diet is in check while you're lifting, so that way you have enough energy to lift and to progress, but you're not eating such a surplus that you're gaining fat along the way. So you can still lose weight while you're in maintenance and you're lifting at the same time, because you're going to be expending your calories through your exercise. And if you have more muscle, you will be burning off more calories even at rest, because that's, your body's just like, energy, I can break this down, break it down, break it. And then also keep in mind your NEAT. So your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, make sure it's not just your workout that you're being active in. You want to make sure you're active outside of the gym alone. You're not just sitting at home. Yeah. Let's see, cookies. Yeah, say what you want. When you accept your punishment, burpees are on the line. Well, Penny, you deserve some burpees sometimes.
I second that.
Oh my God, I love you. And Beat Saber is super fun. Just tried it recently. It's seriously super, super awesome. It keeps you active too. So if you're looking for a game, especially in this scenario that we're in right now, and you still want to like game and stuff, highly recommend Beat Saber on the VR, because you're moving around at the same time and it makes you feel really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a learning curve to it, like everything, but you can start at such an easy level and progress to an insane level.
Yeah.
That
you're sweating.
Yeah.
You're so
we've
so much
gotten
cardio.
into some serious Beat Saber games where we got, like, you put the headset on after she wore it. I'm like,
it's so gross. I'm sorry. So if you want to move around at home, it's kind of like the upper body version of DDR.
Yep. Except for 2 lightsabers.
Yeah. That water bottle is giant. How much water are you guys drinking in any given day? What do you like to
This
eat?
much.
Yeah, he drinks a lot. Like, I try to drink 3 to 4 of
Thanks
these.
for reminding me.
Yeah.
Need more water.
I used to have one of those, but it broke on me because I drank too intensely. Literally, I was drinking it and I heard a crack. And like,
You drink too intensely?
I was drinking too intensely, and that's how it broke. So that's why I don't use it anymore.
Mine broke. This is my newer one.
You
'cause
dropped it.
I had it full of water. I was holding on to it at the top, and it slipped out of my hand, and the bottom just smashed open. So
There's a lot of water on the ground.
Literally thought we were gonna have flood damage in the kitchen.
It was a lot. What do you like to eat as a pre and post workout snacks? So pre-workout is usually my breakfast, and I'll usually have, if you see it, I have a what I eat in a day. I just posted the vlog 2 days ago. It's toast with peanut butter, and then I work out right like an hour after, and then after that I'll have my lunch. So I'll use that. It's not so much a snack. Lunch will be like veggies, rice, and tofu, or the acai bowl if I'm feeling saucy that day. And then he has like hash browns and eggs and vegan sausage.
Yeah.
And after...
If too much time goes by between when I eat and when I work out, I'll put an apple down right before.
Whoa, put that apple down.
And I feel like, for me personally, I can eat an apple and go to the gym and work out 20 minutes later. It doesn't really mess with my stomach. I don't know if that's going to be the same for everybody, but...
Yeah, that's the thing about pre and post, or in any meals really, is you got to figure out what works best for your body. Because some people, like there was one time I went to this, what was it, Krav Maga class with my friend. It was our first time trying the class. He had a banana beforehand, like half an hour. And then he disappeared during class. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? When I saw him again, he's like, yeah, I just puked up that entire banana. It's just like, so I just imagined him like, just like a full banana coming out. Bananas work for me. I love having bananas before a workout. My body digests it. And if you are used to working out a lot, your body can break down those carbs a little bit easier. So if you're just getting into working out, it might be more of a struggle to have something as like heavy as a banana. So maybe like half a piece of toast will be okay. But you just want to make sure you have enough energy and stuff. So yeah. Hello. Jessica's here. Jessica Greenberg. I love it.
Hello, Jessica.
What do you think about intermittent fasting? So with any kind of diet, I guess it's more of like any kind of diet, it depends on the individual. If it works for them, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's very, very individual. Mm-hmm. It depends on your goals too. So for me personally, it doesn't work for me because I'm more of an intuitive eater. I want to be able to eat when I want to and then stop when I'm full kind of thing. And also I work out so I work out earlier in the morning, and then sometimes I teach boot camps late at night. So it's like I want to have a big enough window because maybe I'll work out at 9 and then I get home at like 8 p.m. So I need to make sure that I have that time. But if it works for that person and their goals, and you have enough energy throughout the day, and you can like work hard in the gym and stuff, then totally go for it.
Yeah, there's some members at my gym who have really, really seen some awesome weight loss by implementing this because it's so clear cut, mm-hmm. And the window is small enough where they just don't eat as much. So that caloric deficit just allows them to lose some weight. For me, I just get so ravenously hungry in the morning that if I try those days where I've gone to the gym when I haven't eaten a good enough breakfast, I feel so lethargic and just weak and just not in it. So for me personally, I need to get some calories in me in the morning before I go to the gym.
Yeah, some people can work out fasted, and I guess we're just not one of those peoples. I can't do that. And also just like with my like background stuff with like eating disorders and stuff, I don't like to restrict myself. So yeah, it's very, very individual. All right, let's see. Little baby sweet potato, hello, and Clementine Diva. Hi guys, it's so cool to like see you in this live because I always like comment to you guys, but I never get to like talk to you. Do you think you'll ever offer online training? Maybe.
I think she should.
He is encouraging it a lot.
Yeah, I think.
I'm considering it.
Keep pushing it.
Yeah, if I
She'll
get
be
enough
very
requests.
limited. She's not going to take on a bunch of people. But I think again, my opinion as a trainer, I feel like it's incredibly rewarding and fulfilling, and I know she does too. But she just got traumatized early on in her career by a lot of very emotionally heavy clients who just used her more as a therapist than a trainer, and it just traumatized her. But I think she would definitely enjoy it at this time.
I might. You never know. Never say never, except for that. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Clementine Diva. When you guys teach or train, what is an exercise you always have the class or client do in every session? Always at least for my boot camps, I always have a form of burpees. It doesn't always have to be strict burpees or anything, but I always like to put them in because it's a full body exercise, and I think they're fun. I like them.
Yeah.
I personally like them. I don't throw in exercises I don't like to my boot camp, so that's why you won't see a lot of ropes in my boot camp, because I personally just hate them. So I'm not gonna make my clients do something that I don't like.
Yeah, bear crawls, some variation of bear crawls, are in almost every one of my workouts, because a long time ago we went to the SNASM conference, and the guy who was, what was it called? It was called zoo training.
Oh yeah, it was something like that.
It was something.
Oh, ZUU.
It was an Australian guy, and he
was cool.
He brought up this fact that it's important to train your wrist to be loaded with weight, because if it happens and you fall and you never put weight on your wrist, you're much more likely to break it. And it just made a lot of sense for me. So, and a big part of my training style and my training philosophy is just making people good at life and just making them very durable. So I think it's underutilized, and I think loading the wrists and getting the wrists used to being used in that way, even if it just minimizes the injury when you fall, is worth its weight in gold. Not to mention bear crawls are just exhausting. They're one of the few movements that get every joint in the whole body working together.
Yeah.
I think they're the only movement actually. So that's it.
I recommend them too. But just make sure when you're, if you guys are one of the people that your wrists hurt like super easily and stuff, my trainer recently told me it's because there's not enough flexibility. And I do so much pull movements and stuff that my forearms get so strong, but I don't stretch them out enough. And ever since I've been starting to stretch out my forearms and stuff, I've been able to like hold planks longer and do all the other kind of stuff, and load my wrists more. Yeah. So make sure you're stretching out your wrists, both sides, because that really, really helps.
And it comes back to what we were talking about, flexibility. Like, it's one thing to just do static stretches.
Yeah. But
it's using that mobility that really keeps it. So, and bear crawls, you can do it with your knees on the ground. So it's like a baby crawl.
Dang, boy.
Baby bear crawl. And those are, again, they're ways to teach the wrist and the hand and everything how to move. And there is a level of discomfort that comes with bear crawls. It's just walking that line and just not overdoing it and listening to your wrist the next day. If you're doing these things and your wrists are kind of aching as you're doing it, but the next day they're perfectly fine, then that's nothing to be concerned about. It comes with the territory, and they get stronger like everything.
Yep, you know? It's just like the grip thing. Same thing. Katrina, love your workouts and your personalities. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Elsa and Claire. Kat, your thoughts on working out during that time of the month? I feel like when I last about 10 minutes before feeling super tired. I haven't found a workout I can get through well. Okay, so there is a person that I follow called, I don't know if you guys know Simnett Nutrition, but he is one of my favorite vegan YouTubers. But his girlfriend, Crystal, she's big on training throughout your like menstruation and stuff, and like figuring out during this week you'll feel this way, this week you'll feel this way. And it's really cool to follow her to see, like, because I didn't know about anything, even though this happens throughout my body the whole month. Like, it's crazy. Everyone's going to be different. And through research and stuff, I found that a lot of girls hit most of their PRs during that time of the month, like that week, which is crazy. And I felt like my performance my performance does increase more during that time. Everyone, though, is different. I don't get like the huge cramps or anything like that. I don't get super, super tired. I get cranky sometimes, he knows. And I need chocolate and all that jazz. But it's very individual. So find what works best for you, track it. There's this app called Flow, and you can track like how you feel throughout the day and all that. And then that way you can kind of like find a pattern for yourself, and then maybe you can start planning like, this week I'm probably going to feel a little bit more tired. So I'll plan the workouts. They'll be a little bit more low impact. I have a ton of low impact workouts. There's mobility flow ones and stuff like that too. That you can do. So listen to your body in that way, because guys don't have to deal with that. And yes, it is a thing for girls. So make sure you take note of that. And yeah, you can calm it down and not feel bad about yourself. You'll still be reaching your goals. Just make different performance goals.
And gentlemen, the best thing you can do during that time is
give them chocolate.
Give them chocolate.
Give them chocolate.
Give it chocolate. and just love them unconditionally.
Yeah, honestly.
Without judgment.
Yeah.
And just
His
Hug them.
His patience with me is incredible.
And just smile.
Incredible.
And remember, when they're saying crazy things, it's not really them talking.
It is, though. It's just in the back of our minds. I'm just kidding. But yeah, his patience, though. Amen. Other exercises you guys don't like from a safety effective perspective? Yes, I hate the behind the neck lat pull down. It's just unneeded stress on. It's just not as effective as other exercises. What's another one I don't like? I don't really like good mornings, to be honest.
I don't like in yoga class when these teachers just have these students fling themselves up a wall into handstands and
oh yeah, without
like
a lot
that.
of guidance and
You know,
stuff. Yeah.
Handstands are one of those things that they're really cool and they're very effective and good exercise if you have the prereqs, but a lot of people think they can just throw themselves up against a wall, and if you're not used to bearing all that weight in your wrists or your elbows or your shoulders and you're doing it repeatedly, I've pissed off so many things trying to learn that before I realized what I was actually doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you imagine and you're doing a handstand, imagine holding your body weight above your head for a period of time, and just even if you just try to do a shoulder press with half your body weight, you'll see how exhausting and hard that is. So yeah.
There's just so many other exercises that you can do and stuff. And like the leg extension machine, I really don't like that for the knees. I think it's too much force on the knees. And there's so many other better ways and effective ways that you can work your quads.
I think it's just too easy to build an imbalance because most people's quads are already overpowering their hamstrings. So pure quad extensions, I think, are unnecessary for almost everybody unless you're just purely doing it for the aesthetics.
Yeah. Yes. What do you think about crunches? Being over 50, I find they cause more damage. I've always been taught to build abs. Okay, so for crunches and stuff, there's just so many different ways, other ways that you can work your core based on your body. You always want to think about working all parts of your core, so it's not just the front or upper. You also work lower, sides, and the back too. There are, again, so many other exercises that you can do. Just look up like how to work my upper abs, because for crunches and stuff you're working a lot of upper abs. And then just make sure if it's like the pain of maybe like your neck or something, think about the tongue trick where you put your tongue in the roof of your mouth, and sometimes that relaxes your jaw enough to be able to do them. You don't want to pull on your neck, and you want to really think about engaging your core by pressing your belly button into the floor when you crunch up, and focus on even if you just come up just a little bit. So maybe it's just the form that needs to be worked on. But again, so many other ways to work your core. You don't have to stick with crunches or planks. So yeah. Let's see here. What else? I think I work up because I was care and saw some sad things. I want to be a strong old lady. Oh my god, yeah, me too. I want to be like the cool old lady that still has like dyed hair and then she like shows up at a park and all these like youngsters and stuff are like training in calisthenics. I'm like, I'll be like doing front lever, back lever. It's gonna be so cool. And they'll be like, what? I wish you were my grandma. I'll be like, everyone does, son. Anna, do you have any recommendations for how to work up to ninja jumps? I want to ninja jump, but I don't know how to get to that point. Yes. All right. So, it's the thing where you jump up.
Oh.
So you go up like this. Okay. So progressions, what you want to do is place your feet or your hands. Wait, can we just wait, okay. Well, this is good. You place your hands on the ground and then you jump up. And that's going to get used to jumping up like that. Another one. What else did I do? Oh, just step up. Just to get your body used to being in that low position. I think that's really good. Do you have any other?
No. I mean,
a lot of it's fear.
A lot of it's fear,
yes.
Commitment, and making sure you have the foundational mobility to hit those things. Because again, if you jump up into that and you're not able to hold a deep squat, you're going to be really straining those knees and ankles and hips and everything. So
broad jumps too, so that way you get used to using your momentum. Now you're just looking at my legs. Now you're just used to woo. So that way you can sink down and then bring it up and get used to using your arms to help to bring yourself up. Ooh, I've been sitting in that position for a long time. This is a lot on the body. Warm up, people. Yeah. I love seeing that in the comments, though, when I see people are like, I did my first ninja jump today, finally, after following you for, like, months or years. I think it's very rewarding. So, yeah. All right, let's see, how long? Okay, we're going to wrap this up in, like, 5-10 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions, go for it. Penny, I'm glad you love this combo. Let's see. We'll go to, if there are any more questions, we'll go to this really quick. Let's see. How long did you train to get those ripped abs? Long time.
Her whole life.
My whole life. No, it wasn't actually until a few months ago that I decided, you know what? I need a strong core, and having the strong core has helped me through so many different things. So that's another thing with pull-ups, actually, I did not mention. Make sure you have a strong core. I work mine every single day, or at least try to every single day, for about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer. And yeah, it's just benefited me so much in other movements. And so in order to see your abs, they either have to be big enough to pop out, or you have to make sure that your body fat is low enough, or a combination of both. So yeah. Let's see. Clementine Diva, is bar Pilates training considered strength training? Does it have the same benefits in terms of combating osteoporosis and such?
I don't know if either of us have ever really tried that. So.
I've tried bar.
Okay. Actually, I did do a bar class.
Yeah, I was like, did you do a bar class?
I did do a bar class. I didn't know what it was. Who did I do that? I did that. It was at a yoga studio. I did it with Amanda.
Oh my God, I wish I was there.
They thought it was hilarious. The whole class thought it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, it would have been so funny. Oh, that's awesome. But as far as strength training, I do think it's important to have an extra load on you in order to build. Like, you can still build awesome muscles and stuff. It's calisthenics and stuff. And yes, they will use, 2 to 3 pound weights, which I think is great. It's building your endurance. It is building muscle. But I do think it is important to add the extra element of even heavier weights, just for normal functioning and stuff. Whether you're moving and you have to lift up a box and do it correctly so you don't hurt your lower back, or you can be self-sustainable and independent. I think that is important to do. For sure. Yeah. Yay! Thanks so much for the Q&A. Yes, of course, you're welcome. If you guys have any more questions, otherwise we will wrap up in about 4 minutes.
T-minus
4 minutes. Let's see here. What is another question that we had from? Let's see. Oh, do you find you get a lot of opposition being in exercise field and being vegan? I get not picked on. I get teased by people a lot about being vegan and stuff. But I think the best way to do it is to tease back, because I found that you can't, even if someone like bashes you, you cannot bash them back being a vegan. Otherwise they'll be like, whoa, you are sensitive. And I'm like, I am just arguing back. But it's okay. And just lead by example, because that's the best thing you can possibly do. I just show them my videos and be like, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yay. Jonah Ark. I love that. Recommendations to get rid of lower belly fat at home. It's the area that makes it so hard for abs to pop out. Yes. So this is usually the last spot that people lose fat. Unfortunately, is the hardest. It really has to do with, yes, working your lower abs. So make sure you do some exercises to work your lower abs, but it has to do with body fat percentage.
Way more.
And unfortunately for girls too, it's even harder, because we cannot be as low of a body fat percentage as men in a healthy manner. It sucks. For competition and stuff, you'll see the girls, and yes, they can, but they're not staying at that percentage for a long time because it's not healthy for their body. So some of it, yes, is genetics, because like I lose fat in my torso easier than my legs, so it'll be a little bit easier for me. But for some people, yes, they will have to drop some more body fat percentage. Make sure you're eating clean foods too, so you're not bloated from those foods. I think that's a big thing too. So make sure you're drinking enough water so you wash out any excess sodium and all
Water
that
time.
jazz. Yeah, water
Every time I hear water, I
time.
drink.
Yeah, water time. Yeah, drink a lot of water, eat the whole foods, because processed foods, for me, tend to bloat me more, and I don't look as good as if I were eating, whole nutritious foods. Oh my God. Yeah, 1 second. Thank you. All right. Anna, I'm sorry, I don't know. Let's see. What hair dye do you use, and how often do you dye your hair? I use Overtone. Do I have it here? I have my bag here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I use Overtone. I feel like I'm advertising. I don't know. This is great because I use the conditioner every single wash that I do, which is like once a week. Oops. And then I'll use the deep conditioner, and I only have to leave it in for like 10 minutes, and then I'm good. Yeah, Overtone's amazing though. It's a deep conditioner, and it adds color without damaging your hair. I think that's the biggest thing. And it also doesn't bleed on like pillowcases or anything like that. Super highly recommend. I have been dyeing my hair since I've been 13. I'm 29 now, so a lot of good dyes, a lot of bad dyes. A lot of dyes. All right, yay! I think that's about it. If you guys have any more, let us know. But I think we will wrap it up for now. I think that was awesome. I was like I haven't done this before because I was super embarrassed, and I'm like, no one's gonna show. I'm just gonna be talking to myself and playing Animal Crossing on the side or something. So thank you guys so much for making this the best first Q&A live stream ever.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, do you have any more? Anything?
No, thank you.
No? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good time. We'll do it again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will definitely be doing another live stream, but it will be a workout. I wanted to use this as a tester to see if it would work. I didn't want you guys to be all dressed up in your workouts, ready to do a live stream, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't working. So it worked out, which I'm super jazzed about. And yeah, let's see. Least favorite thing about being a trainer. Okay, one last question. Favorite thing about being a trainer? Seeing the successes of clients, not only physically, but mentally too. Seeing their growth mentally and their confidence grow is the greatest thing ever. I still have clients that I trained a while ago that I don't train now talk to me and tell me like how I helped them mentally, like get a better relationship with food and stuff. And that's huge. That's so wonderful. Least favorite thing is them. Let's see. What's your least favorite thing?
Same as yours.
Is it?
Just least favorite thing is people being very self-destructive and dumping a lot of their emotional baggage on you.